Brewer, and I want to give Councilmember Brewer an opportunity to speak about Resolution 649, calling on the U.S. Congress to pass and the President to sign legislation declaring the ocean liner SS United States a historic location, allocating funds for the ocean liner's restoration and its relocation to the city of New York. Let me invite Councilmember Brewer to speak about her resolution.
It's Gail Brewer. I'll be very brief. This particular ship has a long, storied history, and the individuals here in New York, as around the country, really wanted to save it. I'll be very honest. It is a challenge. Hail Mary is what it was called in terms of trying to make sure that it stays in its current condition. Thank you very much.
The SS United States, whose home port was New York City, was the largest and most important ocean liner ever built in the United States, and to this day holds the international speed record for sea voyages from New York to London. It was considered when it was built in the 1950s the pride of American engineering for speed, luxury, and safety.
Chair Bottcher, other council members, and staff, my name is Dan McSweeney. I want to sincerely thank you for making time to hear our testimony today in support of a great American and New York icon. I also want to thank Councilmember Gail Brewer for introducing Resolution 649. I know Gail for many years of veterans and community advocacy, and if there's a good cause to support, no matter how unusual or ambitious, Gail will be there. We appreciate that very much, Gail. I'm going to go off script and just cut to the chase. There are 3 reasons that the council should adopt Resolution 649. The first is New York City has always punched way, way above its weight in terms of cultural contexts, policy, economic development, and other examples. This ship offers us an opportunity to do something striking, memorable, historic, and impactful. It will create jobs. We have a site for the ship in Brooklyn. It will revitalize our efforts to re-energize the New York waterfront, and it will provide so many other cultural opportunities. The second reason is that although New York is proud of its traditions, we have always been a city of innovation. And for us to take this old ship and repurpose it in an innovative way, which could include all kinds of things from energy generation to job creation, hospitality, hotel, etc., would show that New York still has the ability to innovate on a grand scale. Thirdly, and perhaps most importantly at this time, we are a country that is unfortunately divided. And this ship, with the name United States, represents a symbol of unity for New Yorkers and from Americans from all walks of life.
I'd like to be a voice for that commercial marine sector with regard to all within it who want the ship preserved in the room. I'm listening to the rest of the camp, going off script a little bit, listening to the rest of the panel here. It's just absolutely amazing. In the room also with me is Alex Gomez, sitting in the back. He's a member of that New York Maritime Commercial Marine Repair Community. He owns GMD Shipyard and its large graving docks. Alex was also instrumental and was directly involved in the prepping of the Intrepid when she came into New York. So we have, complete industry support to take possession of the ship and actually repair it. Again, like the other gentleman said, the impact on the workforce would be absolutely incredible. It's in New York. There can't be any more passion that I'm speaking for my industry in this.
I would also like to quote Eric Bottcher, if I may, that art is the antidote. The SS United States is a work of art. It is a oneness of power and grace. It shows us how to put those opposites together. All kinds of people, young and old, in New York City, where we can all enjoy and be on her decks rather than having just a few see her rotting, basically, on the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. And I would take this opportunity, and I think I'll look straight into the camera, to ask the President of the United States to please consider saving this national treasure. America at its finest in the mid-century. Let's reach those heights again, and let's have our president do something for all people that we can all agree on. President Trump, please consider taking possession of this ship, bringing it back to its home port in New York City, where all can enjoy. and let's start. This is a blank slate, not like the Queen Mary. Let's start to build and envision what we would like to see inside and what we would like the SS United States to stand for. Thank you so very much. And I pass the microphone to a young gentleman, an 11th grader. His name is James.
Hello, my name is James Geraci. First off, I want to thank the council for allowing me to speak today and the New York Coalition for hosting me. Now, like many of my fellow citizens, I am a firm supporter of saving the SS United States for display in New York City. Like the nearby Intrepid Museum or the RMS Queen Mary in Long Beach, should make an excellent attraction to our city, given how the ship is now stripped of any remaining hazardous materials and the inside is virtually a blank canvas, makes it incredibly conducive to redevelopment. The proposed location of the ship, GBX Gowanus Bay Terminal, would greatly benefit the surrounding area. I recently visited Red Hook, and the area unfortunately looked rather run down. A large world-class attraction such as the SS United States would greatly benefit the surrounding area. Additionally, it would also benefit the terminal itself, as it has sat derelict for decades. Once the area is dredged to accommodate the liner, it will make a fine site for the area and the city as a whole. The redevelopment of the ship, as stated by the coalition, could be done in phases over a set period of time. Given how port fees will not be an issue like they were at Pier 82, the restoration funds could be focused exclusively on the ship. Now, it goes without saying that the SS United States is a very historically significant vessel, being the largest and final ocean liner built in the United States, and arguably the best looking, and of course, now the last surviving, and was the winner of the Blue Riband, a title it still holds today. The vessel was an engineering marvel, even now, and its loss would be a devastating blow to maritime preservation. Given how the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding is coming up, and the SS United States, the former flagship of America, and the record-breaking vessel that carries the name of our country, is now stripped down of all hazardous materials, now is the perfect time to restore the ship as a monument to our country and to celebrate the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding.
I want to tell this committee primarily about a hope that I've had for that ship for about a year now, I guess. And that is that the ship be taken for public use by the federal sovereign, the people of the United States, and returned here to its home port, New York, to serve as a very important component of the Shipbuilding and Harbor Infrastructure for Prosperity and Security for America Act, long title, better known as the Ships for America Act, which is currently pending before Congress. I'm sure you're all aware of that pending legislation. It would revitalize United States shipbuilding and commercial maritime industries if it's passed, and I hope it will be. So how does bringing the SS United States back to New York relate to the Ships for America Act? It's really quite simple. If you're going to revitalize American shipbuilding, you need to grow the next generation of naval architects and marine engineers. If the United States were to be taken for public use, refurbished, brought back here, it would be quite a useful program to host high school students for competitive, federally funded internships where they'd live aboard, they'd see firsthand this work of art, this masterpiece of American naval architecture, and while they're here, they'd visit the 4 schools we have right in the area. My own alma mater, SUNY Maritime College, this gentleman's alma mater, the United States Merchant Marine Academy at Kings Point, Webb Institute of Naval Architecture, and Stevens Institute of Technology in Hoboken. The Ships for America Act will certainly have an education budget, and so by seeking out talented people nationwide, we'd be recruiting from a pool of future naval architects and marine engineers from all over the country, not just the coastal states. So they may not have even thought about this as a career, but and it would be increasing the possibilities of excellence in our future shipbuilding capacities for generations to come.
My position is very much aligned with all of the gentlemen that are here, and I will not speak of all the potential uses and so forth for the ship, but I'm going to speak on behalf of the terminal that many of them spoke about. It is a facility that has a berth of 1,300 feet. For example, the SS United States is 990 feet long. This berth is 1,300 feet long. The Normandy is just over 1,000 feet as well when it was docked there. So I'm a person that has been on the waterfront for some 40 years in Brooklyn in my early 20s, unloading heavy bulk cargoes and so forth and the like in the industrial segment. I have a vessel of my own that I have operated on the waterfront, so I'm very familiar with what's involved with ships and ship handling and maintaining them and so forth. the task of refurbishing the United States, although an expensive one, is not difficult to people that are in the industry. I think there's somebody here in the back from GM Shipyard, which you may know, in the Brooklyn Navy Yard.
Thank you.
A very significant facility.